doing anything tonight except talking about the Panhandle event, man, on the 19th and 20th. If you haven't heard about it, register for the event at nationalcleaningexpo.com. Hey, Chuck, tell us a little bit about yourself in 3 minutes or less. Tell us what you're going to be doing at the show. Tell us a little bit about the show, what you know about the show. Go.
All right. Yeah, my name is Chuck. I've been in business for about 5 years now. We're going to be at the Panhandle event on the 19th and 20th. I'm going to be just like a roadie, just help make sure everything runs smooth, runs nice, and help out any way I can.
That's it? Nothing else going on at the event?
Well, there's all kinds of free stuff going on. I mean, they're going to have the fall protection trailer out there. They're going to have.
You mean this whole event is free?
Hey, man, every bit of it's free. If you spend any money, it's because you bought something.
Awesome.
You don't have to buy a thing while you're there.
And we do hope that they buy stuff and they support Trudi. I got to tell a little funny. I think you guys heard me tell it a little bit before since you're talking about the free stuff. Somebody called me this afternoon and said, "Hey, man, I want to have a free event like you do." And I said, really? I said, okay, so how much are you willing to spend to have this free event? What do you mean I have to spend money to have the free event? Right. We just can't have it be free? Right, I go, yeah, the event will be free. So contractors, understand this. When you have been to some of these conventions and some of these trade shows, there was nothing free at the event. Sometimes your ticket was valued at $800 a ticket, depending on how much the people spent putting on the event. Everybody always goes, free is not worth it. You got to pay in order to get what you got to get out of stuff. No, you have to be the one to put forth the effort to get out of this thing. You have to be a good student and actually take the information and implement it. You know what? I'm just going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to make this statement. I'm going to upset a lot of people. I've met a lot of paid teachers, and I've met a lot of free instructors. And my admiration for the people that are doing it for free, I hold them on a higher pedestal because they don't have to do it. They're not doing it to gain money, to make money. They're doing it because they love doing it. Their heart is in it, and they want you to really get better, or they wouldn't be doing it. And where I'll reverse this on the paid guys, and John, don't get pissed off at me. Torna Benny might be mad at me. He's the highest paid speaker in the industry. And I'll talk about John a little bit about why he's doing it, but I'm not going to say all the paid people are doing it for the reason to make money. There are guys that are paid; they're doing it for their heart too. They just want to do it, and in order to do it, they have to be paid in order to be able to do it because nothing is free. I mean, these hotel rooms, all these speakers that are coming down to Trudi's event, they're going to spend thousands of dollars. And if we added all that up for this event would be worth it. I'm going to just go off the hook of this. It might be worth $40,000 or $50,000 because I know I'm going to spend $1,500. Chuck, are you going to spend $1,500?
Well, good possibility, yeah.
And there's 20 or 30 teachers. It's pretty simple math. That's in itself is probably $35,000. And this venue isn't cheap. It's costing, it's cost his arm and a leg. We're not going to disclose what the venues cost, but you can't put on a professional event in a venue the size of this for anything less than for thousands of dollars. It's going to cost thousands of dollars. This isn't a $400 boardroom that meets 20 people. Trudi has rented a convention center. How many does it hold, Trudi?
1,100 people.
1,100 people. That's a big convention center. Big convention center. Hey, I forgot. We got to add one more booth. So I forgot to tell you that, Trudi. We got to add one more booth. Mike wants to have a booth. Draper, he wants to have a booth there for that day as well. So he's got some products there too. So we're gonna add him into the show. Trudi, you know how many booths we have? And I want to talk about this too, guys, because people talk about ginormous conventions and big expos. I want everybody to understand this. This is the largest training event that's ever happened in our industry. Training event. This isn't the largest expo. This is not Power Clean. This is not the huge convention where there's 500 purveyors and 300 or 400 contractors that show up. This is a couple of exhibition people and hundreds of contractors. So the amount of people towards the exhibitors is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fold, where you go sometimes these other expos, which are great, but that's what they are as expos. That's why we're not calling this an expo. This is a training event, guys. And the thing that's going to go on the first day is massive amounts of training. Tell them what it's going to be like, Trudy. Explain to them what's going to be like Disneyland.
You're not going to be able to see everything, but it's like college. Like Ron explained to me, it's like college. You have these classes you have to take in order to get certified, and then there's these electives. So, I don't want to wash windows. So, if there's a window washing, I'm not going to go there because that does not interest me. Safety, I think that's one of the courses you have to take, but if I'm going to go to F9,
environmental, you'll have to take.
Yep. If I want to go learn about F9, I'm going to go to that course because I'm interested in chemicals. I use chemicals. I'd like it to be safe for me. EcoChem is going to be there. That's one of my companies that is one of my top sellers. And I have customers asking me questions.
And they're giving everybody the encyclopedia of clean. Yeah. That's what they call it. We give everybody an encyclopedia of clean. Every attendee.
Exactly. And then my class, the paint issues, which I don't know if anybody knows, but about 8 years ago, my company changed 2 houses in 1 month.
Hey, hold on. I got to stop you right there. Hold on a second. You're giving a what class? About what?
Industry paint issues.
Industry paint failing? Wait a second. And you're doing this for free because, first and foremost, there's nobody in our industry that's ever done this.
No.
You've now done this. This will be your 3rd or 4th time doing this in the industry where the UAMCC didn't do anything about this. The PWNA didn't do anything about this. CETA hasn't done anything. No one has done anything about this. Trudi took it all within her own hands, got down. You were involved with lawyers in a class action lawsuit. You did all the research, and then if you guys go back and look at the videos from where she started, and the Atlanta video, she killed it. Okay, killed it. Used how many different products, Trudy? How many different products did you use?
6.
Well,
3 different paints.
Even if they wanted to pay for this, it's not available. Nobody did it, so I guess the only place they can get it is at the Panhandle event on the 19th.
But basically,
go ahead, Chuck.
Basically, she's calling out the paint industry single-handedly.
I think we all are. I think we're all together on this. I don't want to say she's single-handedly. I think single-handedly, she was the one that did something about it. I think now the industry is behind her. I think she does have the PWNA behind her. She's always had the UMCC behind her. And I think the IWCA will fall in suit too when they find out about it because even they don't. And this is the craziest thing that when we talk about this paid versus free, there's nobody better in the industry. She's right here. If you want to know about paint failure and the issues that are going on in the industry, call Trudi because there's nobody that's done more research. There's nobody that knows what you can clean a house with and what you can't clean a house with. And by the way, you used how many products? Because I didn't listen.
I did 6 on that test. I'm doing another 6 on the next test. So far, everything we have has failed. Everything I've tried has failed.
Everything. But one, and I'm not going to tell them who it is, but one of your exhibitors feels he can pass the test. I'm
going to do that one again. I did it the first time. It failed. They said maybe the chemicals got in the sun or whatever. So I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to lie about it. If it fails, I'm going to tell everybody it fails because.
You mean no matter how much money they give you, you're not going to tell them it worked? Nope. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Trudy. That's a good thing.
Back to my story, though. When 2 houses changed, I'm a people pleaser. I don't know if anybody knows that, but I like to make people happy. I feed people, make them happy. That's what I want to do. So when these 2 homes changed, I felt horrible. And I wanted to find out why this happened because for 12 years, we've been doing – or 10 years at the time, we've been doing the same thing. We haven't changed how we've worked. We haven't changed our chemicals. We had a house with 1.5%. We rinse good. One of the houses changed and the manufacturer came out and took a sample came back and said there's no residue of SH, no residue of surfactant, and all they said is we cleaned it incorrectly. And I'm like, no, that's not right. So I started asking questions. I dug in because I don't want our contractors to lose their business. They're feeding their families. I don't want them losing their business because of something they can't control. So, the paint manufacturers, they can do whatever they want. If they want to change their formula, they change the formula. We have to protect ourselves, and education is key to know what to do, what to look for. So that's what I'm bringing to the table. I've spent thousands of dollars on wood, on paint, on chemicals to test this, and many man hours just doing this. It's not for me. And it's anything painted. Like, even if you test the house, body of the house, if the trim's a different color, you have to test that. If the ceiling on the porch is a different color, you have to test that. It's crazy just to fathom how much work you have to do before. But it's only a few minutes, really. You go there, you do a little test spot, you test everything, and you let the homeowner know. And I tell the contractors when they call me, I got this house, it's painted, what do I do? And I tell them, if you need me to talk to the homeowner, I will. I've had people almost in tears saying, I just changed this house color. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Am I liable? I'm like, you are liable because you're the last one to touch it. That's it. I said, but if you want me to explain to the homeowner, here's my cell phone. Call
That's
him.
it.
Have him call me. I'm fine. I'll help anybody I can help, because I don't want any contractor feeling the way I felt when that happened to us.
I know a buddy, and you know him. He's painted over 5 houses, and then there's guys in this industry say they've never had it happen. I often wonder if sometimes when these guys actually have it happen, maybe they didn't know it happened.
And a lot of people also, like when I first started this years ago, a lot of the contractors like, hey, message me privately. I'm like, this has happened to me, but I thought I did something wrong. I'm like, you didn't do anything wrong, except for you didn't test. And we didn't test either when it happened to us because we were not expecting it. And it was just something new. They changed their formula. And I started the class action lawsuit not to get money. I didn't want to get money. I just wanted the paint manufacturers to make us aware on what colors, what brands, just so we have a heads up. And so we know what to look for. If it's all teal, blue, and green. Okay, perfect. But now I'm coming across white, purple, browns. It's changing, and it's scary. I mean, we had to.
Trudi Wickham has taken the paint washing industry to the next level. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
I mean, we had a $17,000 house and a $30,000 house paint we had to cover.
Trudi, what else are we gonna have here? You mentioned some things here, man. We're gonna have Leon Johns is coming down.
Leon Johns is coming.
He's gonna fire up those gas roof pumps. Hopefully, none of the diaphragms fly off of them while he's running them. But we'll see. Right. We'll see how it happens. And I love Leon. I'm just joking with him, but I have a problem with gas roof pumps. He knows that, but you know what? I love him, and he makes those things work for people. And if he's making them work for people, I can't knock that.
And Judd West.
What? Tell us about that one. That is the crazy one. This is one, Chuck. This is one you may want to stay close to. You might want to be helping Judd. I don't know if he's going to have an assistant or not.
Right.
He's going to do his Flow Pro. He's going to be downstream. He's going to be X-jetting. He's going to be not soft washing this Leon Johns, but
he's going to use your magic wand, right?
Shooter tips. He's going to do what?
He's going to use your magic wand.
Yep.
Awesome.
And just
does everybody know about the magic wand you have? They don't know about it yet? Okay,
yeah.
At the show, Trudi's got a magic wand. She's bringing it out. You guys are going to check this out. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love it, love it, love it. And they're going to be able to use the magic wand to get how many extra stories do you think the magic wand will get?
It's a 30-feet extension.
So, and it's very ultralight, and it's going to get them another story, 2 stories,
another 30 feet extension.
Okay, so 30 feet, so 2 stories. It'll go 2. It'll extend them 2 stories.
Yeah.
And guess what? Stories. I'm going to give it away at the end of the show.
Nice.
Oh no, you ain't.
Nice. You have lots of red and blue guns, right?
Yep. Tons of red and blue guns.
I laughed about this. Have you tried it with a pressure washer yet, Trudi, to know that it works?
You know what? If it's rated, I'm just rated for 300 PSI. I'm not sticking it on my 3,500 PSI. I'm just like, not doing that. But I
You
believe
know,
that it works.
you know that in Atlanta we were shooting it for over 30 minutes out there with a pressure washer, right?
No, I was in the store. I was at the table.
Think about
I did
this
not see
theory.
it.
You have a trapping unloader. Once you let off the trigger, there's no pressure on that gun. Boom. You pull the trigger, okay, pressure starts to build. But we all know that if the orifice in that gun is, and I don't know what it is, but it's huge. You know, the orifice is huge.
Oh yeah.
You're never going to gain anything over 300 psi, and they're rated for 1,000. By the way,
Yeah.
they're rated for 1,000. So you're never going to get 1,000 psi because
Right.
we all know that a pressure washer in a soft wash situation is from 3 to 6 to 800, depending on the tip that you're using. You know what I mean? That's where that's the range of where you're at. One of the cool things I like about I hope that Judd has gauges on things so that he can show people these tolerances and these pressures. We talked about this last time. So many people that don't know what downstreaming is. John Tornabene doesn't know that an XJet is just a downstreamer. And John's been doing this for 35 years. You know what I mean? And it's just a downstream injector. Now, it displaces more chems because it's a different type of injector and it's at the end of the line. Where the other ones midstream in the line or just shortly after the pump, and only gets a 10-to-1 ratio at the max. So it's a completely different thing. And the two tools, while they're very different, they're still downstreamers.
Right.
I mean, at the day's end, it's still a downstreamer. I know the XJet people hate when I used to say it's just a downstreamer.
Well, I don't know much about the soft wash system because I just still 12 volt.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You're keeping it simple.
You know what? If my pump's going to blow, I'll just replace my 12 volts.
You know what I use?
Yeah.
You know what I use on my house? A garden hose.
The same thing.
I'm not breaking out no pressure
I just
washer.
change the tips.
Yeah, that's it. Get the garden hose out. That's it. Done.
So in other words, Judd West is going to answer all the stupid questions you're afraid to ask.
Yeah, basically, he's not gonna answer them. He's gonna tell the people. We've seen way too many of our friends that have been in this business 5-10 years. They don't even know what downstreaming is. They've never downstreamed because this soft wash craze has got everybody thinking that a nano blaster, that's what they call it, that's AC Locklear. The nano blaster is a bad thing. You know what I mean? And hey, Chuck, I don't hold back anything. If somebody said something, I say it, man. I mean, that's just it. And
Well,
you know and the bottom line is AC could be sitting right there in your chair, and he would probably go, "Yeah, the nano blaster," because that's what he calls them. Go watch his videos, and he even says that he doesn't really talk. He doesn't really talk highly of them. I think that he had to put them on, and I'm just going to come out of the box and say this because a lot of his rock star, sorry I didn't have your name up, Chuck. A lot of his rock star soft wash systems guys use pressure washers. And so how could you sit there and say as a whole soft wash systems, entity is going to be successful when the main guys that are the $1 million washers that he has in his stable, they're guys that use pressure washers. And I'll tell you that Brandon Vaughn used pressure washers. Pat Clark uses pressure washers. John John A up in New Jersey uses pressure washers. I mean, all these guys use pressure washers that are his top dogs. And to say that they're nano blasters, and I always say this, man, and some people get offensive at this, like, right? We always, the analogy that, guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? Pressure washers don't damage surfaces. The technicians do.
Exactly.
I have a 9-gallon a minute diesel, and I have a little ball valve. So I soak my house. I go turn that ball valve, and I rinse with the same tip. There's zero pressure on that house. No.
See, here we go. A guy here that doesn't know what a downstreamer is. Now I know he's being a smart ass, but he says he doesn't know what a downstreamer is. He's got the LOL at the end. But I mean, I know, man. I know that some guys, I don't think people realize if they're not actively in education. I think we made so when you came through the training, Trudi, 15, 20, 30 years ago, back in the 1900s, I know you're not that old. I was messing with you.
I'm like, dang.
but we always make an assumption that these people, because downstreaming to a guy that's been doing it is such a basic thing that
Yeah.
we take it for granted. We took it for granted that we're like, nah, we don't want to talk about downstreaming at the show. That's boring. And then these people go to show after show after show after show, and they never, no one tells them about it. And 5 years later, all of a sudden, I get the ring. I'm not going to tell you who it was. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you who it is. Darren White. Okay, Darren White. 5 years later, he goes, Ron, I downstream. It's amazing.
So I have this company that local. I know I've known this kid since he was like 10. So, oh wait, no, I mean, he was 20. But anyway, all he does is soft wash. So his company came in and he's like, oh my gosh, do you have this part? My soft wash is broken. I've got 2 houses. I'm like, you have a pressure washer. Why don't you downstream? It's like, we've never done that. I'm like, you have an 8 gallon a minute, 3,500, and you don't know how to downstream? And they're like, no. So I went in there and I got in their trailer. I put it, drop stick in there. I got them all set up and I showed him how to do it. I'm like, this is how you do it. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, man, I said, you might learn to love this. So you might not even want that soft wash anymore. But it took a couple weeks because, supply issues. But these guys would have been out of work for weeks waiting for these parts when it was an easy fix. It was like not even $100 worth of, 1/4-inch poly hose, and a little injector. It was nothing. And they went back to work. And it was just so easy. I mean, I could have been, sneaky and said, "Oh, well, we'll take your jobs for you."
And see, this is just an opinion. John thinks that when John's X-jetting, he thinks it sucks, but that's all he does is downstream with an X-jet.
You can't say that wearing my hat, John.
I think each tool has its place.
No, perfect. There is a tool and there's a chemical for every job. So you don't need the same chemical for every job, but there's a different chemical for different jobs. So.
And I used the manifold mixing, started using it. I like it, but believe that both have their place in the industry. Okay. So he batch mixed them and he knows how to do that. I think that guys, I think that guys should be trained with a pump-up sprayer and a garden hose. I think everybody should learn that they can finish a house with a pump-up sprayer and a garden hose. Okay, that should be like the basic. That is the most. We always say roof air is the air diaphragm is the most reliable. I think that a pump-up sprayer is the most reliable soft wash system. A pump-up sprayer. It is the most reliable dedicated pump out there. Okay. One, it's also the cheapest. For $12, you can go get another one if that one doesn't work. You can, as a matter of fact, you can have 2 backups behind the seat if you want to, because they're only $12. By the way, a regular downstream injector at your shop, tell these people what the GP, how inexpensive the GP is. Trudi, how much?
$15.19.
No way. I can have a soft wash system for $15.
Yep.
I want 2 of them. Give me 2 of those. That's crazy. I can be downstreaming tomorrow. So
they have the rebuild kit, and I'm like, I'm going to spend 5 hours rebuilding this and pay $8 plus $8 shipping to rebuild a $15 part.
I saw that on a post on Facebook yesterday. Yeah. Guys was asking about how to rebuild it, and
I'm like, just keep a couple on your truck.
Right. Get a couple extra. Yeah.
I mean, I've actually finished a house with a pump up and a.
Why do we need a 19? Why do we need a 19-foot extension pole? I can finish almost any 2-story house with a garden hose. Is your guys' water pressure that bad?
That's just people overthinking.
Chuck, I did the test, right? I shot a garden hose. It whipped the 12 volts butt. Okay. I couldn't whip the gas pump, but I did beat the 5.5 gallon minute gas. I beat that one. It only came up 2 feet short with the garden hose. Now for 2 feet, I'm sorry, I can put a little lance on there, right? On the garden hose, and I can get my 2 feet. Okay.
Right.
I know. And these
Right.
gurus out there tonight, they're listening to this. They're trying to sell all this stuff. They're going, what is he talking about?
You always have to keep a pump up just in case.
No, I mean,
You have no idea
one.
what can happen.
you do have to have good quality equipment. If you're going to do a good
Yeah.
quality job, you need good quality equipment. But for the guys just starting out, and even, I mean, I did my own house, with, like you said, Ron, a garden hose. I was showing my neighbor. I had a pump-up sprayer. I put the zero tip on it, and it hit the peak of my house at about 18 foot. And
Excuse me, guys. I have to take a commercial break. Guys, if you want me to give this away, if you really want me to give this away, I need you to chime in and say, I love F9. I want to win a cookbook. Say, I want to win a cookbook tonight. And then you also have to share this thing out somewhere. We don't care where you share it, but share it out. But you definitely have to come in and chime in and say, I want to win a cookbook tonight. And I'm going to give a cookbook away. And then, by the way, I think I have only a couple more of these things left because they're in high demand. Mr. Garage Cleaning Guy, who will have a paid class on the 20th, a paid class. I think it's on sale right now for like $2,400. I think you can go to John's class for $2,400. He is the highest paid speaker in the industry. Check him out, nationalcleaningexpo.com. It's a steal. It's 4 hours, meaning it's only going to cost you about $500 an hour. And you can go to his class anytime. And you know what? He does give you a $3 shirt after you attend the class. You get a $3 shirt also for attending class. I'm joking, guys. These shirts actually cost about $60. But hey, I'm gonna give a couple of them away tonight to the guys who don't win the cookbook. So keep chiming in. You win the cookbook there, guys. We're just busting John's cojones that he had operated on recently. Hopefully he's doing well.
Leave
Hey,
he's
the only one. He told the entire internet that it was broke. I mean, he goes, I'm going in for surgery. What surgery, John? And we were like, wow, John, you actually told everybody that. I was like, holy cow, man.
That's comical.
That's what I told him. He probably wouldn't have a problem with that if he started downstreaming instead of X-jetting.
Let's
just say his downstreamer wasn't working. You know what I mean?
Now, see, we're gonna look at John in a whole different light now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not even thinking about that when I see him. He took his shirt off in Phoenix, man, when we were at the dinner table. I was like, whoa, John, put your shirt on, man. You only had 2 shots of tequila, man. 2 shots. That doesn't require you to. Clothes don't come off after 2 shots, man.
No,
well, it did. It happened.
Here's a pump up rescue. Pump ups rescue. There it is, right there, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
John is truly the bionic man.
It was hilarious the other night, man. I was on the show with him, and now it works. His plumbing works so well that he can't make it through a whole show. Before he could talk 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? The other night he's like, "Man, I gotta go, man." He's like, "Hold on."
You okay, Trudi?
Oh, God, I don't know. I'll be fine. Whew. That's hilarious.
Hey,
Brian Freeman, message me. You won a gallon of your choice, any F9 product from F9 Corporate. It's gonna come out of Phoenix, I think. This isn't one that I'm not making you give this one away, Trudi. We're gonna make Leilani give this one away. So any F9 product that you want, you won, buddy. You won. You get your choice. Your choice. Let's see some of these other guys here. Go ahead, Chuck. You were saying.
I just gotta say, I gotta take my hat off to Trudi, because Trudi's putting out all kinds of money for this event, and I for one appreciate it, because there's gonna be a lot of contractors that are gonna benefit from this. I mean, if you take, it sounds like a buffet, and pick and choose what you want to do. Like Trudi says, she want to do windows, so she probably wouldn't visit that. But with the variety of stuff that's going to be there, anybody that don't leave with more knowledge that they can handle. They weren't paying attention. So, Trudy, honey, I got to take my hat off to you.
Well, thank you. This is how we learned. Shane and I
Golf
started.
clap, guys. Golf clap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Shane and I started back in the day on the weekends. We had full-time jobs. Those vanished. And so we started going to free events, and we have built a company that is amazing. And we're still going. We're still one of the largest companies in our area. And then we opened the store just to help those customers. So, and congratulations, Bryant. He's one of my good customers.
Chime in, guys, if you're coming to this event. I want to know if you're coming to this event. Chime in below and say, hey, I'm coming to Trudy's event. I'm not going to miss this event. We're going to be there. You know, let us know you're going to be there. Chime in, guys, that you're coming to this event, man. I want to hear it.
Hey, Trudy,
and Michael Taylor, do what? Sorry.
Who's the farthest contractor that's come down to see you to buy something from you?
I've had calls from messages from Australia,
Right.
Ireland, and I've got customers in Washington State, Oregon State, New Jersey.
But who comes down to
Chuck.
see you?
Oh, Chuck. John's running you through the NCIC. He's running you now.
Oh, damn.
He wants to find some dirt on you. He thinks you're too. He's like, Chuck's just too nice of a guy.
Let's find some dirt on him. Good luck with that. Hey, I'm so squeaky clean, man. Sometimes I'm too good for my own. No, Trudy, I drove 12 hours to come down to see you. Anybody beat that yet?
Not yet.
No? Yeah, we
No,
did get a map.
actually, we had some guys from Illinois.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry. They were on vacation. They didn't come to see me. You just came to see me. So
Wow,
you still win.
Yeah, right.
You still win.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys get that text? Who out there got the text? Anybody get the text? Anybody get that text? Tell me if you got that text. Who's the first guy that says he got that text? Let's see it. Let's see who got that text.
Well, I got it.
Question.
Nobody's answered yet.
There they go. Here we go.
Josh Britt, you're the winner of the cookbook, buddy. Josh Britt, you won the cookbook, man. Hit me on my inbox, Josh. You won the cookbook, man. So hit me up, Josh, if he's watching out there. Chime in, Josh, that you know. Let me know that you know. I know that you got it, man. He's right. He is right here at 9:44, man. Right there. I got it. Josh, make sure you hit my inbox on Messenger, and I'll hook you up, and we'll get you a copy of the cookbook. One copy of the cookbook coming up.
And at these events, not only is the information priceless, it is the networking is amazing. You will learn so much just from talking to other contractors. That's where I get a lot of my information. That's how we grew. And there's a lot of companies out there, all the free giveaways. So the information is priceless. All the knowledge, we're giving that to you. And there's chemicals, equipment.
Nobody gives more stuff away than I do. Nobody.
No.
I believe that.
Usually I wake up in the morning, I get a text saying, hey, Trudy, you got to send this guy a gallon because I just gave it away. I'm like, oh, thanks. I didn't even know I was doing that. So, yeah. But, no, there's a lot of chemicals, a lot of equipment giving away. But the most important thing is the knowledge is giving away because all the people that are volunteering their time have worked in this industry. We're not teachers. We're not teachers. We are contractors first. And we have learned from not only our mistakes, but learning from other people's mistakes also. So we can pass that on to you so you don't have to make a mistake. I don't want anybody changing the color of a house. I never want anybody to do that. I hated it. It was horrible. And I would never wish that upon anybody, not even my worst enemy, because that was the most horrible thing that I've ever, besides my son falling off a roof. Second horrible thing was the paint.
Well, see, that's what makes it great because it's contractors helping contractors.
Yeah.
You know,
And we don't know it all. We give them options. It's not, this is how it is. This is how you do it. That's the only way to do it. No, Judd's going to show you. There's going to be way more ways to skin a cat.
Who else haven't we talked about, just out of curiosity?
Lalani's going to be there from F9. We got Howard from EcoChem. We got Judd. We have
Is Marco going to be there?
Christmas lights.
Josh Trees. We hang
Josh Trees
Christmas
and
lights.
Christmas lights. We've got
Hey, we got a question here.
Oh.
How much is the class?
Oh, John, are you on?
No, not John. How much are your classes, Trudy?
My class is free.
It's free.
All the classes free.
All the classes are
The
free. That's
only
crazy.
paid class is John Tornabeni's on the 20th.
Guys, if you're interested in winning prizes, text 727-72727. Text Wash Expo, one word. You guys saw that, man. We had 700 opt-ins this month so far. Isn't that crazy? And we have 28,000 people in that database right now. It's craziness. Craziness, guys. Anya Curry is not going, John. You didn't hear? She is not going, buddy. You can talk to her. We want her to go, but she is not going. Trudi talked to her 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Was her reason? Her reason was personal, right? It was a personal.
Yeah, personal family injury.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Heath Phelps.
Heath Phelps is keynoting. The man, the myth, the legend. You know what? Let's give one of his books away too.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's give one away. Woo! Let's give two of them away. Let's not mess around tonight. Hey, hold on. This is the #1 selling book in pressure washing right now. This guy's only been in business for over a year. He wrote a book. This year, he's starting his own organization. It's going to be unbelievable. Guy's been in the business less than 13 months. He wrote a book, starting an organization. It's absolutely craziness. Now, some guys, there's a lot of controversy behind him writing this book. I want you guys to all know I pushed him to write this book because I'm going to tell you right now, this book is just a guide of probably 20 years. He went back and did research on forums and he compiled it all together on his journey, put it together, and he said, you know what? I'm going to help other guys start up their business while I'm starting up mine. And the guy has been brutally honest up to giving out numbers that I'm not sure I would have given those numbers out, but he posted them and he gave them out, and he's going to come to this event and he's going to keynote it up, and he's not going to talk to you about how he did it. He's going to tell you how he did it. So guess what? You can go home if you're brand new in the industry, be inspired, follow his directions, and replicate the success that he's built right here in this book, which I'm going to give away. And this guy said, I'll take a book, but I don't know who this user is. So I'm going to put this guy up. If I were to give you a book away, I don't even know who you are. I don't know why that is. Maybe because you're watching on YouTube, maybe, or you're watching on some other platform and it's not doing that. But, oh, and by the way, look at this. Here's a guy that's been in the business for 30 years. That's Jeff Mays, competitor of mine. We just did a show this morning on sales. He says it's a good book. Guy's been doing this 30 years and says it's a great book. They're asking you, man. There's a question for you, Trudi.
Yes, Leon's still coming.
He's coming. He hasn't told us he's not coming.
He better show up, or I'll drive and go get him.
He'd be silly. He'd be silly not to come.
He would be silly not to come.
Hey guys, and the guys earlier that I was talking trash about gas roof pumps. I've always talked trash about gas roof pumps. Leon knows that. He was in Atlanta, and I made Leon. I didn't make Leon. It wasn't very tough to pull his leg. I try to tell people, I try to say, hey, Leon, tell these people where you started. And guess what? He started with a garden hose and a pump-up sprayer. You know what I mean? And he was even stuck into the downstreaming phase, which he doesn't tell you he doesn't downstream. On them trailers, if you look, he's got 2 8-gallon-a-minute pressure washers along with 2 roof pumps. So don't kid yourself. If a gas roof pump is not working, Leon's going to break out that $15 injector and get busy.
Right.
Bye, Michael. Mindy Lennon's going to be the queen of clean. She's coming to do cement work.
Oh, you forgot about Mindy.
I did not. I've been saying Mindy.
Mindy's giving away a whisper wash. $800.
I've said Mindy's name 5 times.
She's giving an $800 whisper wash away, man. It's crazy. A whisper wash.
What's wrong with her?
And guess what? That was Kendrick, and Kendrick's coming. He's going to be He's going to be doing a talk in the main room on the first day as well. Remember, Kendrick, you got to fill 40 minutes, buddy. 40 minutes. We didn't talk about one of the other keynotes. Mike Wingard is coming from Legacy. He's going to start us off on the 20th. And then we've got our Courtney Lee, our buddy from Cleaners Connect, primarily a carpet cleaning, wood restoration guy. But I'm going to tell you right now, very powerful guy. It's a service business. He's built one heck of a business. But what he's going to talk about is what a lot of people do. He started off wrong. He did everything wrong. And he's going to try to tell people not to make these same mistakes that he made. And a lot of them are, and I always tell people this, when I'm coaching somebody and they're out there listening to 15 other people because they think, hey, I'm going to listen to 15 guys and I'm going to take something from each guy, the best of the best from each guy, and I'm going to try to put it all together. Okay. It doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. People got together building their own systems and their own way of doing things. And while some might seem similar, sometimes they're really not. They're really not, because the way that they do things are different. Do they all achieve the same results? Possibly, yes. But lots of people do things a lot different. So when you try to take things from all these other people and you try to mix and match and do this and do that, you really don't have a complete system of how you're working things. And then what happens is it sets you up for failure. I always tell people, hey man, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have to coach you. Go listen to him, but listen to him and do what he's trying to teach you, because I know it will work. It will work. But if you keep listening to me, Jimmy, John, Jack, and Paul, and you're trying to put all this stuff together, you're going to be lost. It's going to create you to be lost, and it's going to create a failure. And we'll be having this conversation when you're broke instead of right now.
Right.
So go back and fix that before you go broke. You know, it's so crazy, and I know you know this, Trudi. So many of these guys will come to you after they're broke. You know what I mean? And it's sad because you wish you could have got them, and you go, well, how much money did you spend? How much? And they'll tell you, like, I spent $50,000. You're like, whoa, you know, and we all start thinking we're in the wrong business. We should be telling people, you know, about fairy tales, unicorns, and rainbows, and promising them the pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. And there really isn't no fairy tales, unicorns, and rainbows, guys. It's just hard work. It's hard work and putting systems in play and winning. That's what it takes. It's what it takes. Hustle and win. Let's see. We need to get Mindy. We need to introduce Mindy to Eric Tower. Those two love flat work. Both are single. Just saying. Oh, is John now? Is John now? Is this John Fornatini dating.com?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Johnny's dating site.com. And you can come learn how to clean garages and fall in love.
We got Caleb Roth with the Stain and Seal Experts.
Oh, yeah, man. Caleb is the man right there, man. Caleb
and then we
awesome.
got Greg Tornabene. Yes, I'll be having equipment for sale there.
No, you won't. You're not having any equipment for sale. You're not going to be able to pay for this show if you don't sell equipment.
No, I'll be broke.
You'll be broke if you don't sell any equipment, guys.
Yeah, so Greg Tatum with he's got the Green Ox, and he's got some paver sealing that he's doing now. So he's got many layers under his belt.
Hey, I want to introduce Xavier Hernandez.
I just sent him something free.
I am hoping that he can make your show next year. He's joined Chuck's. We said we weren't going to mention safety, Chuck, so don't get crazy on me. Settle down, Chuck. Stay in your seat. Stay in there. Hold on. Hold back. Xavier is 22 years working on OSHA compliance, industrial settings, and stuff like that. He's joined the safety team at the UMCC, and Chuck's glad to have him because he's going to be a real asset. Xavier, we're going to let the cat out of the bag here. He's actually thinking about doing something similar to what he did and write an actual BMP pamphlet directly pertaining to our industry in commercial and residential, because obviously it would be different. So we're looking forward to that, and we're going to give you an auto invite for next year to the Panhandle. And I want to tell everybody a heads up, Marco Raimondo, Washmart event, Xavier will be doing a 40-minute presentation there in circuit. He'll be doing on safety there for us. So it'll virtually run all day. So you'll get to see Xavier in Houston if you want to come to that. We appreciate having him out there. Right, Chuck?
That's absolutely right.
And look at this. You forgot Greg Tatum, and he's in the house tonight.
I didn't forget it. I said him. Green Ox and Superior Quality Coating. So he's going to have 2 booths.
What does Green Ox do anyways?
In Florida, we have a lot of over-the-water, decks and boat docks. And his product is marine safe. So we can clean those boat docks without hurting in the environment. It's a hydrogen peroxide chemical. It works great on wood. We've done it. I've got a Facebook video on my Facebook. He's got it on his, but it is awesome. It cleans the wood and it's marine safe. So where I live, it's crazy. I tell these people, I'm like, don't ever use SH over water. Don't ever do that. So here's another option for you to do. So you can clean that wood. You can clean that boat dock because you don't want to be hitting wood with high pressure. So here's something that you can use that doesn't hurt the environment, doesn't hurt the marine life, and cleans the wood.
Antonio, what did you want to win, man? Chime in there. Did you want a gallon of chems, or were you wanting to win? Were you wanting to win the guidebook?
If he wants an 8-gallon-a-minute machine.
He must have missed it. I gave the cookbook away like 20 minutes ago, guys.
He wants an 8-gallon-a-minute machine, Ron.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Wow, that's he choked him up. Look.
Crazy 8-gallon-a-minute machine. I don't know who's paying for that.
You can't even find them right now. They're floating in the ocean somewhere.
Green Ox is really good. Look at that. There you go. I got a testimonial for Green Ox. Jim Harper.
I know. Jim Harper was one of my first customers.
Jim Harper was a Green Ox guy.
Mm-hmm. He was one of my first customers. He bought one of our first machines.
And Ann she needs some Green Ox. Maybe she's got to bleach her hair or something. I don't know what's going on.
I tell you what, I work with this hydrogen peroxide and I work with SH, and I still got to go get highlights.
Eugene, you wanted to win bad enough, man. Pete, just message me. You got a copy of the guidebook, man. I got to get anybody that says I want to win something bad, man. I got to, I just want to win something. Damn it. You got a copy, man. You got a copy. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Win something.
Greg, are we giving a gallon of Green Ox away tonight or what? What are we doing? Are we giving some chemicals away? What are we doing there, Greg? They want you to give an 8-gallon-a-minute machine away, Greg, but that's going to cost, what is it, $4,200 or something like that, Christy? I mean, Trudi, is it $4,200? What's a 8-gallon machine? About $4,200?
It's about $4,200 right now. And they're going up because freight's going up. The price of everything's going up. We just got our new list starting January. Everything is going up.
All right. Greg said Greg's got to go. He said he's going to give a gallon of Green Ox away. Hang on a second.
Wait, he's going to make me send it. So I got to
find that. I got to find that lady, that nice lady that wants to use that to bleach her hair.
Ann Wilkins.
Ann needs some Green Ox to bleach her hair. There you go, guys. Mm-hmm. We want a photo when she's done. Ann, message me on Messenger. You won a gallon of Green Ox.
Oh wait, Greg just said 5 gallons for the next 5 callers.
5 callers. 5 gallons for the next. What do we call? What line are they calling in? Talk to me, dirty baby, or what? What's going on? I mean, what are they?
Santa baby.
He's feeling generous.
What number are they calling, Greg?
Oh, no. Somebody else wants an 8-gallon-a-minute. Okay. There's no 8-gallon-a-minutes going out tonight. Somebody wants to know how do they call?
I think he's been drinking himself a little bit.
Yeah, I think they just need to post online. Yeah, just make a comment.
Well, they are. They're
Oh.
posting.
Oh, likes on his Superior Quality Coatings
Oh,
website.
there
Okay.
you go. There you go. Poor guys. They thought they could call in and win, and they got hornswoggled. What am I getting gallons? See. Everybody here is going to want 5 gallons, Greg. You're in trouble, man. You guys have to talk to Greg. I got one more to give away, guys. Trudi, why don't you pick somebody, man? Do you think could use the guidebook? Somebody that you think could use this sucker. He doesn't know he's giving away yet, but I'll tell him in the morning.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I wake up, I won. I'm like, what? I can't scroll back up there. They have a cookbook. Oh, no, he's giving $25 away at my store. Thanks you, John. Okay.
Nice. $25. Who wants the $25 at the store?
Okay, now I'm giving away. Look, I just found something out. Thanks, John.
You got John's credit card on file, right?
No, I don't keep anybody's.
I need to charge
I don't
200.
want that liability.
John owes me 200, so I got to get 200 from him.
Let's see who can win. Feaster Allen wins the book.
Who?
Just stop on my name.
Feaster Allen.
Who is it?
2103. Feaster Allen.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
Boom, boom. He looks mean. He looks like he's got a mean face going on there. Look at that.
He's serious. He's very serious that he wants that book.
Hold on a second. I put my glasses on.
John owes me $25 or a couple drinks when he comes to the event.
Well, I still don't see him. Boy, we got a lot of comments today. How many watching?
2104.
We had a lot of people watching tonight.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy Books. I can make tacos. I'm going to be a little bit busy though.
Tacos.
500 people happy. I think Ron's buying me tacos.
We can make tacos. Rocco's Tacos. Rocco's Tacos.
All 500 people come to my house for tacos.
Well, cater. What would two tacos for everybody cost? 3,000 or 4,000?
Probably. Okay, I like the $25 gift card. Can we go back to the 25 instead of?
Well, you got to give it away, man. Just give it away. John's got it. John's doing it. He gave a $25 gift card. I want to tell something to John, though. Hold on. Let me get that gift card thing up from John because I really got to tell him something. I'm going to wind up getting 50 for you instead of 25 because in reality, the new $25 gift card is 50, okay? There's no $25 gift card in today's age, is there? No. Who's giving somebody a $25 gift card? Inflation, John. Come on.
Come on, John. Make it $50.
$50, John. I mean, at least the guy can get out of there with a gallon of chemical.
He's telling you to do it.
Ron, $50 gift card. He's gonna give it away. He owes me $200. He needs to give you a gift card, man. Oh man, I almost left the site again. That would have been bad.
Oh, geez, don't do that. Left me.
See, Rick even agrees with me, man.
He said he'll do 50. Who's winning? Chuck, you pick a winner. Chuck, pick a winner for the $50.
Chucky.
I'm gonna go to
John Tornabetti wins the gift card. John, you're the winner.
Sippy Hill.
Sippy Hill won it. Let's get it.
2112.
Sippy
won.
Sippy. I don't know if Sippy's still here. Is he?
Is he gone?
It's okay. He can still win it. Where are you at, Sip? I don't see him.
Oh, Jay Hall said he won.
Sippy.
Yeah, my screen is all the way up the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you went all the way to the top. Sippy man probably went to bed. Sippy was with us an hour ago, man.
Mhm.
Well, there
All
he
right,
is.
Sip. You want a $50 gift card. I will message you after I'm off here so you can contact. I'll even put you in touch with Trudi on Messenger and also put you in with John because you really got to thank John for the card because John was the one. We appreciate you, John, for giving $50 away. I know you got so much.
You can get 3
I
General
know.
Pump downstream injectors.
I know as the highest paid speaker in the industry, you can afford it. So we're okay. John can afford it. Well, what do you want to do in closing there, Trudy? We gotta wrap this puppy up. What do you want to do?
I want to wish everybody the merriest of Christmases and a happy New Year. We'll be here next Wednesday, right? Before the New Year.
We will be
So
here.
Merry Christmas. I hope you have a safe and happy holiday with your loved ones and everybody stay safe and be healthy.
Likewise. And John and I will be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
John Tornabene, he's a hoot. We've been having a great time, busting each other up and having a lot of fun. Guys, as well, everybody out there, Merry Christmas. Make sure you message me about the 2 books I gave away. Message me about the gift card. I'll message Sippy about the gift card from John. And then 2 people won a gallon of F9. And we also gave a Green Ox to who is the gal's name?
And
We'll find out. We'll find
Yep.
out if Greg's gonna make that good or if we got stuck paying for that. We'll see what happens. Chuck, what do you want to say in closing, buddy?
Hey, I just want to say Merry Christmas, man. Happy New Year. If y'all can have a few festive drinks, don't drive. Call a cab. Call Uber.
Be safe.
Be safe, man. That's all. That's what it's all about.
We look forward to seeing all of you January 19th and 20th. Register for free. It's really free down there. NationalCleaningExpoGuys.com. Register. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute. Contractors First. We're out of here.